him knowing that like that was one of the things that she asked of him to not do to her, which was blindside her. I feel like that's why he blindsided her.
Back up on my bullshit, back up on the scene. Done dealing with you, don't know how to deal with me. Done fucking with you, don't know how to love me.
Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to the channel and welcome if you are new. I'm Sharon. So today we are going to be reviewing the Love Island USA season 4 reunion. Okay, so let's get into it. So you know I'm just playing. We can't get into the video yet until you give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Like I tell y'all, giving the video a thumbs up is really simple, but it helps out the channel and the content a ton. So please do me that solid and give the video a thumbs up and subscribe. Now we can get into it. So I'm just drinking some half and half. And I want us to cheers because like, listen, when watching a reunion, I'm like, I felt like these is my friends. Like, where they going? Like, come back. Like, is this really over? Like, what's going on? No. Let's cheers to the last time that we'll see all of them, like, on screen, you know? Because for the most part, I liked everybody except for Phoebe and Chazz, you know? Like, but everybody else, I really liked them, and Jeff until the end. So it's just like, this is sad. I'm like, hello, come back. Where y'all going? Like, don't leave me yet. I've thoroughly enjoyed you all. But anyways, cheers to season 4 of Love Island. It was a good, fun show. Okay, so for the reunion episode, I actually didn't take any notes because for one, I felt like, just my personal opinion, and this is, again, take this with a grain of salt because this is my first season that I've ever watched of Love Island, but I felt like usually with reunions you have to like give some time in between to let things marinate, you know what I'm saying, to let life, you know, before you get back together and have a reunion. Now I get that the people who left way earlier on, for them this was an actual reunion because like they hadn't been there since like the first week or whatever the case may be. But I feel like the people who like were literally just there, it wasn't much of a reunion for them. I didn't take any notes, so I'm just gonna be going off the top of the dome. And it really wasn't much that took place in this reunion episode. Like, it wasn't really any like fireworks or like sparks or like tea or drama to really like dive into to discuss. But Chazz and Serenity's little segment, I felt like she confirmed for me that he did what he did out of spite. When she said, yo, the only thing that I asked of you was 3 things, and one of them was to not blindside me. And then we see that this is how my brain started working. I felt like him knowing that like that was one of the things that she asked of him to not do to her, which was blindside her. I feel like that's why he blindsided her, to hurt her even more because he was salty or whatever the case may be. I honestly don't even know what was going on with him, but he intentionally said that speech to make Serenity think that he was gonna pick her, and then blindsided her by saying Kat's name. He did that on purpose. So when she said that, it confirmed for me that he did that on purpose and he was intentional in the way that he blindsided her because she asked him not to. So he was like, okay, got you. Like, that's what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Which was just like, and then also while we on the topic of Chazz, when he was having the conversation with, not Bella, what's the other girl name? Gabby. And she was like saying how she felt or whatever the case may be. And then I think she said something like, you know, I deserved better. And he was like, and that's why I didn't pick you. That's why I didn't bring you back to the villa. And it's like, you so childish. Like, what? Like, you showing your true colors. And then I feel like Bria had to reel him in like, oh, like, well, I feel like Bria was not trying to like she was being genuine and saying to him like, you know, I do feel like he owes you an apology. But I feel like once she said that, I feel like that's when he was like, oh, I'm on TV, let me like think about my image. And then he apologized. But it's like, you didn't truly want to apologize. And I'm glad Gabby was like, I mean, whatever. Because it's like, your apology isn't genuine because you was just saying like, oh, well, that's why I didn't bring you back to the villa. And it's like, how are you sitting here still trying to like say shady stuff when it's been confirmed that you were telling her one thing and then doing another? You're in the wrong. Just man up and say, you know what? I was on some bull and I apologize. I was too excited or whatever the case may be, and I'm sorry for that. I didn't mean to hurt you. I sincerely apologize. Instead of being like, oh, well, that's why I didn't bring you back to the villa. Corny. Just corny. I know that Val also expressed that she wished Jesse, am I okay? Can I talk? It's not even no Hennessy in this. What's wrong with me? She expressed that she wished that Jesse would have just told her the truth and blah, blah, blah. But I feel like you also have to take some responsibility as well. You zoned in on him too. You could have very much so still gotten to know everybody else. But you chose to zone in on him. And yes, Jesse was telling her one thing and all of that stuff. But I feel like it's also up to you coming into the villa to really like get to know everybody before you make your decision. So, you know, but Jesse apologized as he should have. And he, you know, was a man about it and all of that stuff. What else happened in the reunion that is worth talking about? It was really good to see Courtney. And I know her and Bryce have been exploring something outside the villa and it seems to be working for them. So that's cute. Chad and Phoebe seem to still like be together. Tyler and Serenity are doing some things and working some things out outside the villa. So that's cute. Deb and Jesse says that his lease is up and he's going to be moving to wherever she is. I can't remember where she is, but that's nice. You know, we love like somebody who is willing to sacrifice, okay? But there also needs to be sacrifice on the other end as well. But yeah, that's good for them. Sydney and Isaiah, it's so sad to watch like when they replayed the segment and Sydney started to cry. I could tell, and again, this is still very much so fresh for her because I feel like this reunion isn't much of a reunion for them, the finalists, because like, you know, I feel like it just ended. But watching her still cry about it and stuff is just like, dang, it's probably gonna take her some time to really and truly get over it. But I'm happy to see her and Isaiah together. We see in this episode, well, not in this episode, in this reunion, that Jeff does not show up. And to me, I don't know why Jeff was not at the reunion. I'm not sure, okay? But I feel like, to me, it's giving coward, okay? Because he knows that he acted a fool. And there really is no explanation for why he acted the way he acted. And then Nigel was just saying that, like, you know, she did like him and stuff like that. Because I know a lot of people like say, Nigel never really liked him and da-da-da-da. And that we will never really be able to know unless she comes out and says, I never really liked him. But it's like, it looked to me like they had sex. So it's like, I don't know, like, you know, having sex with somebody that you don't even really like is a stretch. So I do feel like she liked him, but I think that you people find it so strange when somebody decides to know their worth and their value and they see a red flag and instead of ignoring it, they choose to move on. You think it's so strange because you're so used to toxicity. Like, no, if I am in the beginning stages of getting to know somebody and building something with somebody, and then they start cursing me out, yeah, no, because that's how you handle conflict. So I'm not about to put myself in a position to have to deal with that on a regular basis. No. And another thing that people were saying is that, like, well, Jeff, she agreed to it with him. And it's like, even if I'll just make that allowance and say, okay, she sat down and she said, okay, yes, you should say something about them wanting to send Phoebe and Chad home. That doesn't mean act the fool the way he did. period. It doesn't mean act a fool. And then you want somebody to support you and uphold you in your wrongdoing. Who does that? That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. But anyway, I really wish Jeff would have shown up and would have just been like, you know what? I didn't get a chance to apologize before I left the villa, but I would like to apologize now to all of my fellow islanders. I'm sorry for the way that I acted. Timmy, you know, you was my dude, and I apologize for, you know, bucking up on you the way I did. And then that would have been that. Like, that's the thing. People make mistakes, yes, but it's how you act after the fact that really matters. If you make a mistake or you act unfavorably or whatever the case may be, acknowledge that, apologize, and move on. And we didn't get that from Jeff, and it seems like we never will. But anyways, Zeta and Timmy were like the last to be talked to and just to talk about everything. And we all love Zeta and Timmy. They have probably like overwhelming support. We are all rooting for them. Like, I feel like they have something so special and so real. It was just nice to like see them one last time. I mean, I don't know, we might be able to see them on social media and stuff, but like, you know, it just was nice to see them one last time. But yeah, that was pretty much it. I feel like the reunion wasn't really giving much of anything. Like I said, it was just kind of like, oh my God, like this is over? Like, wow. Like, I feel like we're friends. Like, we're like, please, like, where are all y'all going? Like, come back. The party's not over. But it is, unfortunately. So that is it for this video. Give it a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comments what you thought of the reunion and everything. And I will catch you in the next one. Enjoy the rest of your week, your weekend, whatever it may be. Peace and blessings.